Hey everybody. I am so excited because I have a special guest with me today to help everybody convert fractions to decimals. Okay, so I have Demetrius here today. Everybody say hi to Demetrius. Demetrius, can you say hi to everybody?
Hi.
All right, so Demetrius is going to help me do this. All right, so what we are going to do, and this is going to be really important because when you start comparing and ordering fractions, decimals, percents, and scientific notation, you are going to have to know how to change or convert a fraction into a decimal because you are going to be changing everything to decimals before you compare. So this is really important to remember because you're going to have to do some long division. So by remembering inside over outside, you can remember that 1 goes on the inside and 2 goes on the outside when we go to divide. All right, so when it comes to long division, you have to know how to do it. So when we divide 2 into 1, 2 won't go into 1, will it?
No.
Okay, because it's 2 is bigger than 1, right?
Yes.
So do you know what we have to do?
Yes. Carry the number.
Well, first, let's just we'll put a little X here because 2 is not going into 1.
You have to times it.
Well, before we do that, the first thing we have to do is we can add a decimal point and a 0. Then we move this decimal point straight up. So we're going to throw that decimal point right there. Got it? And then now, can we say how many times will 2 go into 10 or 2 times what is 10?
It is 5.
5.
6.5.
And 2 times 5, so then we multiply these two. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 10 is 0. And we're done. So now we know that 1 half is equal to 0.5 or 5 tenths. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's try the next one. All right, so I have Demetrius here. Do you remember how we set up the division?
Yes.
How? All right, Demetrius is going to do this one. So what's the inside outside? Remember that?
Inside outside is going to be 3.
3.
And 4.
Right. Okay. So 4 won't divide into 3, will it?
No, so you add a decimal. And a 0.
And a 0. Very good.
Times right there.
Yeah. Okay. Now will 4 divide into 3?
No.
Oh, you forgot to move your decimal up. Don't forget to move your decimal up. Gotta move that decimal straight up. And we're gonna throw that thing right in there. Stick it on up there. There you go. All right. So since 4 won't divide into 3, we have to decide, will 4 divide into 30?
Yes.
So how many times will 4 go into 30 without going over? So think about 4 times what? So now you need to know your times tables. 4 times what is close to 30 without going over? He skipped counting right now. Well, what's 4 times 4?
It's 7.
It's 7 because what's 4 times 7?
It's 12.
4 times 7 is
4
12.
times 7. No. It's not 12. 4 times 7 is 30. No, 27, right?
Nope, 28.
Oh.
So, all right, so go ahead and throw your 7 up there. Nope, not there because it's 4 dividing into 3 7 times. Nope. Okay, so, oopsie. All right, so this is, what was this number? 3? 30? All right, that was 30. So 4 goes into 30. Don't throw your decimal point back up there. All right, so 4 goes into 30. Write your 7 up here. 7 times, and now what are we going to do? Do you remember? We have to multiply,
Multiply 7 times 4.
and we get 28. So we write that below the 30. And now what are we going to do?
We
Are going to,
subtract.
all right, so hold on,
The number is going to be
hold on, before you do that, let's move this up a little bit. All right, can you reach that? Okay. You like green? I don't care, whatever color you want. So what's 30 minus 28?
30 minus 28 is is going to be 2.
Okay. So now will 4 divide into 2?
4 divided into 2. Yes.
As well.
No.
No. So you know what we can do?
Add another decimal.
Add it, not another decimal, but we can add another.
0.
But we have, if we add the 0 up here. Oh, you don't have to erase that because you're going to need that. All right, let me fix this right here. Okay. So when you add a 0 up here, you bring it down and you add it there. So now we say 4 times what is 20?
4 times what is 20? 4 times 5. Yeah.
5. So throw your 5 up there. Can you reach it? Here, you want me to get it for you? All right. And then we multiply 4 times?
Times 75.
No, we multiply 4 times 5. And we get what?
We get 20.
So we put the 20 here.
And
We subtract. We have a 0. And we're done. So now we know that 3/4 is equal to 75, which we also know is also equal to 75 100ths, which is equal to 75%, because a percent is always out of 100. All right, let's try the next one. All right, so here, this one's a little different because this one goes on forever and ever and ever. All right, so we got Demetrius on a roll here. All right, so inside, outside. All right. Got
decimal, 0, 0 up, decimal up.
throw that decimal up there. All right, so now what are you thinking? Don't erase anything because it'll erase everything. So now what are you thinking now?
I'm thinking that you add by 3, 10.
3 into 10. So how many times can you multiply 3 to something to get close to 10?
You get times 3 times 3.
3 times 3. So what are you going to do with that 3?
Put it up top.
And then what?
You want to multiply 3 times 3 and it's 9.
And where are you going to write that?
Right there.
9 right there. And then right here. So 10. That's right. Don't erase it because it's going to erase everything. 10 minus 9 is 1.
What? 1.
1. So we can't divide 3 into 1. So what do we need to do? We need to add another 0, and then we
put down another 0.
Yep.
And then you divide 3 into 10 again. You get 9.
That's right. Well, you get 3. Well, 3 times.
I meant 3. I just did it.
Okay. So then you put your other 3 up here, and you multiply 3 times 3 again, and you get 9, and you subtract, and you get 1, and you add another 0.
All the way over and over again.
Right. So we can keep going on and on and on and on. It's just going to be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3.
That little thingy that makes it go on and on.
Oh, that's right. And we just put the line. Whoopsie. Hold on. Let's undo that. Let's undo that. Oh, man. Okay. And then we just take a line, and that just says it's going to go on forever and ever and ever. So we're just going to say, and we're going to round it to the nearest 100th, which is right there. And we're going to say that 1.3 equals, or we can say 0.333, and then we, okay? Which is equal to, well, we're not even going to put there. Next page. All right, so here we have 2/3. Inside, out. Whoopsie, my bad. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, inside, outside. 3 won't go into 2. And then a 0. And 3 goes into 20.
It goes into 20.
3 times 5 is
3 times 5, 15.
3 times 6 is
Is 18.
3 times,
Just 18. It has to be 18.
it has to be 18 because 3 times 7 is 21, and that's too big. So we put our 6 up here. Oh, we forgot to do our decimal. 3, now we multiply 3 times 6, and we get 18. Then we subtract. We get 2.
Still can't do it.
You still can't do it. Add a 0. Bring it down.
And then same thing over and over.
Over and over and over again. 6, 18, 2, add another 0. Okay.
6.
Okay. See the,
Line on top of it.
yep, put the line on top. So therefore, 2/3 is equal to 0.666666666. Okay? All right. Oopsie. All right, so now I want you guys to go in and practice the next set. You will find those in your notes. And I want to thank Demetrius for being my helper today. He did an amazing job. High five there, buddy. So say bye to everybody.